alone has been the most challenging part of my divorce.
It's times like this when I feel and wish that my sister and I were still close and I could, pick up the phone and call her. We live in different places. We have our own families. We have our own wants and desires and needs. We have different lives now. I mean, I am single.
It is difficult to believe that two of America's most adored celebrity twins, who grew up next to each other and started their careers together, are now appearing to be drifting apart. Tia Mowry has been in a difficult and lonely phase of her life since her divorce from Corey Hardrick, finding it difficult to even pick up the phone for a conversation with her twin sister Tamera Mowry. When we examine their relationship more closely, it becomes evident that a number of factors have contributed to this widening gulf. One important factor is Tamera's husband, whose influence has been crucial in forming the dynamics between the sisters. This unexpected divide begs the question of what could have caused such a rift between them.
But I have a strong feeling that the reason why Tia and Tamera don't talk anymore is because Tamera married a conservative, racist, Republican white man. That can ruin any relationship if you ask me. Like, honestly, with what he said about Trayvon Martin and the crap that he's talking about now, like, I don't even see how Tamera saw that and was like, yeah, this is the one for me. Knowing that you are a black woman, you have a black family, and I don't know how you can see that and decide, like, yeah, this is the man I want to spend my life with.
If you are unaware, join us as we examine the specifics of their relationship, the causes of their estrangement, and the effects of outside factors. Tia Mowry and Tamera Mowry rose to fame in the 1990s and early 2000s, enthralling viewers with their roles in a number of films and television programs, including the popular sitcom Sister Sister and the Disney Channel classic Twitchers. They also starred in their own reality show, Tia and Tamera, which ran for 2 seasons beginning in 2011. As they embraced motherhood, the sisters worked together on a project called Need. In order to help new mothers, the brand launched items like Milky and Stretchy. They even co-authored a 4-book series called Twin Tuition, which highlights their special bond and shared experiences. In an interview with the People Everyday podcast, Tia frequently referred to their relationship as Twin Tuition, explaining that this natural bond is a crucial aspect of being a twin, saying, "You have that built-in twin tuition. You really, really do." Their intimacy was so intense that they felt unable to lie to each other in an affectionate manner. Their common path to fame further cemented their relationship as warmmates. In an interview with Pop Culture, Tia discussed this and mentioned how having her twin by her side helped her deal with the difficulties of being a kid star. Tia also mentioned that it was wonderful to share those life-changing events with my sister and to simply share the success with someone who embodied their closeness and togetherness. It seemed like everything was going well between them. The drift between Tia Mowry and Tamera Mowry did not happen overnight. It reportedly started when Tamera met Adam Howley, who would later become her husband, and Tia Mowry started dating Corey Hardrick. Her now ex-husband Tam dated Adam for approximately 6 years before they became engaged in January 2011 and were married in May of the same year. Tia recently expressed in a teaser for her new reality TV show that she wished she and her identical twin sister Tamera were still close so she could help in times of need. Met Corey, an actor, on a movie set, and after 6 years of dating, they got engaged in 2006 and married in 2008. Despite some difficulties in their marriage, Tia frequently shared how Corey helped her at home, even helping with household chores. Their love was clear when they renewed their vows in 2013 at a romantic beach in Malibu. a moment that Tia celebrated on social media in early 2022. Tia posted an emotional homage to their 14th wedding anniversary on Instagram, writing, "I've loved you for 22 years, and I'll love you for a lifetime." Million more. But only a few months later, in October, Tia posted on Instagram that they were divorcing. She said, "These decisions are never easy and not without sadness. We will maintain a friendship as we co-parent our beautiful children." The increasing separation between the sisters in their divorce documents corresponded with this change in Tia's personal life. Tamera Mowry separated from Corey Hardrick due to irreconcilable issues. She talked candidly about the split in an interview immediately after making the announcement on social media. Jenna and companions considering the self-discovery journey that brought her to this conclusion, according to Tia. Women often prioritize the happiness of others, including our children, friends, and family. However, at the end of the day, it's about loving yourself. And when you start working on yourself, you suddenly experience an awakening. It's not an easy journey, but it's worth it in the end.
Lives better lived apart than together.
Yes.
How did you know that it was time?
That's a really good question.
That route?
I knew when I really started to focus on my happiness. I feel like women, we tend to focus on everybody else's happiness, making sure that everybody else is okay, meaning our children. Meaning, our children, our friends, our, family. But at the end of the day, it's about self-love. And when you start to really work on yourself, love yourself, know your value, know your worth, and then all of a sudden there's this awakening. And it's not easy. It's a hard journey. But at the end of the day, I feel like it is so worth it.
Meanwhile, Adam Housley, a 17-year veteran of Fox News reporting, married Tamera in 2011. According to an E! News interview, Adam left the news network 3 years after her twin sister Tia's marriage in order to focus on his family and operate the family winery. Although Tamera acknowledged that their marriage has not always been ideal, she stated that she is content with her marriage, would never want to marry a racist, that her family would never tolerate a racist in our home, and that she is actually in a good stage of life and is extremely thankful for the life she has. With her husband Adam Housley's experience as a former senior correspondent for Fox News, Tamera Mowry, Housley has freely admitted that her family frequently makes news.
I get what you're saying in the sense that, there are some people who think that my husband is racist because he worked for a certain channel. I'm gonna look in that camera right there and let everybody know my husband is not a racist. Boom,
Adam shared his thoughts on social media about his childhood experiences growing up in neighborhood grocery stores since he was 5 years old, saying, "As a kid who grew up in neighborhood grocery stores since I was 5 years old, I can't tell you how many times I saw people come in and buy crap food for their kids with food stamps, and then open their wallet." This attention increased upon Adam's remarks, endorsing the proposed Senate benefit reform under President Donald Trump, and pay with money for cigarettes, wine, beer, and spirits. He said that his comments were meant to address what he called financial mismanagement and were part of a larger conversation about possible changes to SNAP payments. But Adams posts swiftly, "The truth of Drew's claim is questioned by his detractors, who say things such as, 'You can't get change from food stamps.'" Others expressed shock, asking, "You were pissed off at 5 years old. Do you really want us to?" Think that some criticized him for having a privileged upbringing, implying that his story about watching customers at neighborhood grocery stores didn't exactly fit his upbringing. He was reportedly raised on a vineyard. The criticism got more personal, though. as some commenters said that Adam's opinions contributed to the growing gap between Tamera and her twin sister, implying that his views on privilege and race had wider ramifications for their family dynamics.
But I have a strong feeling that the reason why Tia and Tamera don't talk anymore is because Tamera married a conservative, racist, Republican white man. That can ruin any relationship if you ask me. Like, honestly, with what he said about Trayvon Martin and the crap that he's talking about now, like, I don't even see how Tamera saw that and was like, yeah, this is the one for me. Knowing that you are a black woman, you have a black family, and I don't know how you can see that and decide, like, yeah, this is the man I want to spend my life.
Despite Tia Ma's positive comments about Tamera after her divorce, in which she claimed to love and appreciate her sister, there are indications that their relationship has changed, as Adam's recent post on X seems to clarify.
You're here, we just had your sister.
I know.
We love her.
Yeah. And I love her too. I just talked to her like, I talked to her 2 days ago.
She is, so do you all feel like you're each other's kind of North Star? Does it still feel that way?
Oh yes, definitely. I mean, she's like my best friend. I feel like she's like really my life partner when it comes to life. You know what I mean? She's always just right by my side. So I love you.
You know,
A trailer for her upcoming reality TV program takes place 2 years later. Tia's open admission of her loneliness and fragility, along with her wish that she and Tamera were still close so she could confide in her in difficult times, demonstrated that their connection isn't nearly what it once was.
Alone has been the most challenging part of my divorce. It's times like this when I feel and wish that my sister and I were still close and I could, pick up the phone and call her. We live in different places. We have our own families. We have our own wants and desires and needs. We have different lives now. I mean, I am single.
When Tia thought back on her feelings throughout the filming, she said, "I'm just wanting a hug. You know what I mean?" When talking about their waning relationship, she acknowledged the natural evolution of their lives, saying that it is quite normal for all of us to take on new roles and responsibilities as we grow up and start our own families. This sentiment underlies the sense of distance that has developed, even though she later defended Tamera. Relationships naturally evolve as people traverse their own journeys, Tia realized. I suppose what I'm trying to say, when I say that my sister has her own family, is that it's absolutely normal for us to start our own lives. But in the midst of these changes, Tia highlighted their unwavering love for one another. She confirmed that they have a wonderful bonding connection that will never fade. This sincere recognition expresses Tia's wish that despite the distance, the essence of their sisterhood remains intact as we continue to be women of inspiration, which is something my sister and I have always done and will continue to do. Consider how the link between Tia and Era has changed over time. The dynamics have clearly changed following Tia and Corey Hardrick's divorce. Although Tia has blamed their growing distance from one another on family dynamics and increased obligations, her recent declarations of desire for their intimate bond reveal a deeper need for connection. Given the contrast between Tia's previous admiration for her sister and her present wish to mend the rift, it is possible that Adam Howley's presence in the family is one of the contributing elements to their connection. A contributing element to the sisters' growing distance from one another? Or is it just the inevitable development of personal obligations and family life? We appreciate your participation in this examination of Tia and Tamera's journey. The intricacies of their circumstance prompt us to consider the factors that shaped their relationship. We encourage you to leave your thoughts in the space provided below. Your perspectives and insights deepen our understanding of this relationship.